Hey everyone, welcome back. Lately, it feels like the online spaces where we connect, share, and get information. Platforms we used to rely on daily are, well, they feel fundamentally broken, don't they? We are constantly bombarded with chaotic content, navigating confusing and seemingly arbitrary rules. And sometimes, it honestly feels like we are just shouting into an empty room. Today, I want to dive deep into one platform that, for me, really embodies these issues: X, formerly known as Twitter, and explore why its current state highlights a critical void, something truly new, something better, potentially built on the principles of Web3. Look, it's become clear that X has some really serious visible problems. One of the most immediate and disruptive for many users is the sheer amount of explicit content that seems to have flooded the platform's feeds. Now, let me be absolutely clear upfront. I have a personal issue with adult content itself, and I strongly believe that adult users should be free to choose what they watch or post online. If you want to create or upload adult videos and people are willing to pay to view them in a free market, that should be absolutely be your right. But the critical problem here is that when such content becomes so dominant and pervasive, and when the tools for reliable flagging and filtering either don't work well or are insufficient, it starts to overwhelm everyone's experience, regardless of their personal preference. It makes the platform feel less safe and harder to navigate for casual users. Beyond the content stream itself, there is the major disconnect between X's public claims and its practical reality, especially regarding free speech. X claims to be the ultimate platform for free expression, but in my experience, and based on countless reports from across the platform, it often feels like it primarily tolerates or even amplifies views that align with Elon Musk's personal perspective and those of his allies. Now, ultimately, it is his private platform and he certainly can set the rules he wants. However, when users, especially those who pay for a premium subscription, hoping for a certain quality of service and reliable access, find themselves facing arbitrary enforcement or perceived bias, it feels disingenuous. That is hardly the robust, open exchange of ideas that true free speech ideally represents. It feels more like platform control dictating the acceptable discourse. This sense of a broken system is most acutely felt when it comes to moderation and account access. Users, including myself, have been banned or suspended, often without any clear explanation. This problem seemed to significantly worsen after Elon Musk dismissed a large portion of the content moderation team in late 2022 and early 2023. The platform shifted heavily towards automated systems. While automation can help scale, it appears these systems frequently malfunctioned. Accounts began getting flagged, or worse, outright suspended, because bots mistakenly identified legitimate posts or even entire accounts as spam or harmful. I remember reading reports about these issues in outlets like The Independent, detailing the reduction in human staff and the increased reliance on automated processes, leading to visible problems on the platform. Wikipedia also chronicles these significant changes under Musk's ownership. Under Jack Dorsey's leadership, while the platform had its own issues, there was at least generally a human review process in place. There was a pathway, however imperfect, to appeal decisions and potentially get a human to look at your case. Now, tragically, for many users, that human recourse feels completely gone. I experienced this breakdown firsthand. I used X actively. It was where I made friends, stayed updated specifically on fast-moving crypto news, discovered new perspective on digital trends, found promising projects, and worked on building my own following. I was paying for premium each month, contributing to the ecosystem. But as soon as my engagement and reach started to grow noticeably, I was banned. Support never answered my appeals. My entire account, all the connections, the information I do curated, and all my work to build a presence just vanished. It was a stark personal illustration of how broken the system had become. This isn't just about individual bad experiences, it reflects a broader decline in the platform's health. Engagement on X has reportedly plummeted across the board. Many reports from analytics firms and observers suggest that only a tiny fraction of total viewers actually interact with posts, liking, commenting, or retweeting. This makes the platform feel eerily quiet, like a ghost town, especially compared to platforms like YouTube, where engagement, whether measured by views related to subscribers or interactions related to views, can often reach double-digit percentage. X has undeniably become overrun by bots, spam, and low-quality content, making genuine conversation difficult to find and almost non-existent in many areas. This collapse of authentic interaction and reliable service, while incredibly frustrating for users, leaves a significant void in the social media landscape. And I see that void, that huge gap, as a massive opportunity. This collapse of authentic interaction and reliable service, while incredibly frustrating for users, leaves a significant void in the social media landscape. And I see that void, that huge gap, as a massive opportunity. The future of social media, in my view, lies in fundamentally different models, specifically Web3 platforms. These platforms need to be built from the ground up to genuinely reward authentic community building and real value creation. Moving past the often extractive and confusing models of Web2, we need to transition away from the passive, one-way, parasocial relationships where users primarily just consume entertainment and idolize creators, but have no real stake or agency. Yes, entertainment and individual creators will always have their important place, and there's nothing wrong with enjoying content. But imagine a network that is tokenized, where ownership and participation are aligned. A network that is community governed, putting real power and decision making in the hands of the users themselves, where moderation isn't a black box controlled by a single entity, but is transparent, potentially enforced by a mix of human moderators, guided by clear open source policies and algorithms that everyone can understand. In this kind of system, users can earn real rewards for their valuable contributions, not just token for arbitrary engagement, but for creating high quality content, curating valuable information, fostering positive communities, or even helping to moderate effectively. Users can collaborate directly on projects, build shared resources, and collectively shape the direction of the platform itself through on-chain governance. People should absolutely take on the challenge of building the next generation of social media platforms to fill the void that X has left behind. We need decentralized spaces with true on-chain governance, where content policies are clear and enforced transparently, and where token incentives don't just benefit the platform owners but genuinely align the interests of creators, curators, and the community. Such a platform could create a shared economy based on genuine values, not just empty metrics like fleeting likes or bot-inflated view counts that don't reflect real engagement or community health. Education channel, new outlets, political discussions, all these important forms of content have a crucial role to play, but they need an environment where they can thrive based on merit and genuine interests, not just algorithmic virality or platform bias. The key, I believe, lies in designing the fundamental incentives of the network to favor cooperation over competition. Right now, on many platforms, it feels like everyone is isolated in their own little islands, competing for scarce attention. We need social media and economic systems that fundamentally encourage people to work together on meaningful projects, to build communities, and to create shared resources, instead of just passively consuming content and idolizing figure from afar. It's about shifting from consumption and isolation to collaboration and shared ownership. Access current state, with its struggles around content, moderation, trust, and engagement, is more than just one platform having a bad time. It's a clear signal that the centralized ad-driven engagement farming model of Web2 social media has reached a breaking point for many. But this breaking point isn't just an end. It's an invitation to build something better. The opportunity is immense to create decentralized, community-owned spaces that truly value contribution, foster genuine connection, and align the incentives of everyone involved. That's the future I believe we can and should build. What are your thoughts on the state of X and the potential for Web3 social media? Have you experienced similar issues? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this analysis interesting, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more deep dives into the future of the internet. And hit the notification bell so you don't miss my next video. Thanks for watching.